Hey, Ma, do you know what burst my bubble?
What burst your bubble, Andrew?
The Joker movie. I saw it yesterday with Poppy.
Oh, how was it?
I thought it was pretty good. Do you have any questions about it?
Yeah, was it as bad as they were predicting in the media?
Well, I mean, obviously, a lot of people were afraid people would misbehave in the theater. And I don't know if they do this for every movie. Maybe it was because it was early in the morning, but they were checking everybody's tickets. So everybody in the theater, so there weren't very many people in the theater, but they were checking to make sure you had...
When you were sitting down?
Yeah.
Really? So they came around after they looked at your ticket and checked your ticket?
Well, we bought the ticket a few days ago, and then they came around and checked to make sure everybody had the ticket in the theater.
That's interesting.
Do you think it was because they were afraid of people movie hopping, or do you think it was because they increased security for the Joker?
Security. Yeah. I mean, how many people movie hop that early in the morning?
Right. I think they toned down the movie. After the Heath Ledger Joker, this one was a lot less darker, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they humanized and made the Joker almost a sympathetic character.
They did.
They portrayed him as like mentally ill, like on a lot of medication, suffering from psychosis and delusions. Actually, there was a lot of similarities to me, which I don't like to admit. But I mean, obviously, I'm not like the Joker, but like. You know what I'm trying to say?
I do.
He lived with his mother, who was kind of, it was a little bit like our relationship. Like, this is what I mean. I could see he had a severe mental illness. Oh, he believed Batman's father was his biological father. His mother said that. He's like, your father is Batman's father. And then you find out it's just a delusion. He gets false, and he's like the psychiatry gets cut, and okay. So ask questions.
Yeah. So was he a scary villain?
They were making him more sympathetic, and he believes like this talk show host knows who he is, and the talk show host has no clue who he is, but he winds up going on the talk show at the end. So like when I said this character has parallels and similarities with me, I'm not just saying that. There was a lot of similarities. I believe celebrities know who I am. I believe like Billy Joel, Sid Barrett's my biological father. I live with my mother, and it's kind of like a mother relationship. So. But obviously, I don't consider myself a supervillain. I consider myself a kind-hearted, good guy. I'm not going to turn to a life of crime like the Joker, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see. Okay. So what happens to the Joker in the end?
He turns to a life of crime, and like people start to like view him as a hero and like a martyr, like an anti-hero to the crazies. And he starts like this revolution against the rich. He's like a victim by society.
So is he like Robin Hood? A bad Robin Hood? Like Robin Hood stole from the rich and gave to the poor?
Well, Gotham City is a dark place.
Okay.
And the rich, like Batman's father, is saying, oh, the poor haven't worked like I've worked. They're all losers and jokers.
So Batman's father's arrogant?
Yeah, he's arrogant. And the poor people, almost look to the Joker as being a hero because, he represents... people that are wronged by society, that are outcasted by society.
So a Robin Hood type character.
An anti-hero, like kind of. It's like he's been wronged by society, so we relate to him. We relate to.
Well, what does he do with his?
I think the Joker. People relate to because who do you relate to? Like this billionaire, this millionaire, or do you relate to like the crazy guy who is wronged by society, who turns anarchy-like? You know what I mean?
Okay, so what is his goal? What is his?
Well, as we all know, the Joker's psychotic and crazy, and he has no real goal.
No real goal. He just wants to cause
chaos, and it's like the Heath Ledger Joker says. It's like a dog chasing after a car. Does the dog know what he's going to do when he catches the car? No. He's just a madman that causes chaos.
Okay. So what happens to him in the end? Does he get shot, pushed off into a river?
He winds up going into a psychiatric hospital, and he's being questioned by one of these doctors, and he's locked away, but obviously his followers could probably bust him out, and that's probably what's going on.
That's probably what
and like he goes in and out of delusion. So at the end, you see like him walking away with blood footprints. It leads you to believe he murdered the psychiatrist. But actually, it could have just been his delusional fantasizing he murdered the psychiatrist. You know what I mean?
So he can get out.
So he might have just imagined he did that, but he's really locked away in a psychiatric hospital at the end.
No, that's it.
But like his followers have busted him out of like ridiculous situations before, so.
Okay, but I guess what I don't like about it, I don't like them depicting him as the mentally ill villain. You know, there's evil, like in 9/11, there's fanatics that are evil. There's evil, and then there's mentally ill.
I mean, I don't like that too. They depict mental illness as being a scary thing.
And that everybody is violent, severely violent, and that truly is not statistically correct.
There are a lot of
really right.
There are a lot of fun-loving, kind-hearted, good.
The majority, if you look at statistics, the majority of people with mental illness are usually the victims.
Right.
They are not the victimizers. So it's not accurately correct, statistically correct, this movie.
But in a way, a lot of people fantasize they are the Joker because it empowers people that typically are weak in society. And I mean, people with severe mental illness are outcast by society. They're viewed.
People fantasize a hero. They fantasize a hero.
Right.
And whether that hero, I mean, look, you know, they were saying people play these video games and they fantasize they're one of these heroes on these video games. You know, you can get lost in this stuff if you're not, you know, if you're not having a good stable existence.
But obviously sometimes I like to fantasize I'm Joker-like.
Everybody.
But when push comes to shove, I don't view myself as being a supervillain. I view myself as being a kind-hearted, loving.
So then why are you Joker-like?
With a loving Labrador Retriever. I think we all like to fantasize. Oh, we're the anarchy crazy guy. But obviously, I wouldn't turn to a life of crime like the Joker. But I mean, a lot of people fantasize like they're the Joker and they have the Harley Quinn girlfriend who's a little crazy too. Maybe they wouldn't do the life of crime thing, but you know, I'm the crazy guy who's in control. My girlfriend's crazy; she's in control. You know,
it's a starring role. It's a starring role.
It's enticing. It's a little exciting. I mean,
excitement. So basically, it's excitement.
If the Joker's such like a horrifying thing, like you're trying to say, why do people get dressed up like the Joker on Halloween? I mean, lots of people.
Because he's a villain.
I was walking in Manhattan. And Comic-Con's going on, which is a comic book festival. Lots of people are dressed up like the Joker. So, I mean, you're like, oh, don't say you're like the Joker. Lots of people fantasize they are. So it's not really like a horrifying thing to fantasize you're the Joker. I mean, you know, what?
I guess I don't get that, but I guess people do. I mean, people like to fantasize their Batman, you know. I guess I would fantasize, people fantasize they're fairy princesses. I guess it's just...
If you had to fantasize you were like somebody, who would you fantasize you were like?
Who would I fantasize I'm like? That's a good question.
Speak up and quicker.
I don't really know. I mean, I don't really... you know, I have enough trouble getting through my own daily days. I don't really have a fantasy of who I'm like.
And like the Joker's mother is like severely mentally ill too.
Oh, that's nuts.
And she tells him, "Oh, Batman's father is your biological father." And the Joker's like, "Oh," and he confronts Batman's father in the bathroom. He's like, "Your mother's nuts. Your mother's crazy." And Joker's like, "No, you're lying." And then you find that the Joker is delusional too.
And the mother too.
And the mother's delusional. It kind of reminds me of like this dynamic, but.
Well, maybe it reminds you. It doesn't remind me. Anyway, that is what.
And then he winds up. Hold on. Hold on. He winds up taking a pillow to his mother. His mother's like sick and dying. He does that type of thing. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's nice. That's special.
Yeah.
That is what it is.
That is what it is.